Hi there guys, it's Authentic here. Today we're going to be doing a Hydra video, a Hydra clan boss video. We're going to be trying to do my first key. I'm probably going to be looking at around about 10, 12, 13 million-ish damage. I don't have a Krisk and I don't have a Tuhanarak, so those two champions are kind of meta for the higher numbers of the clan boss keys, but I do want to get maybe like a 3 key in, so 14 million I'll take, 13, anything beyond 13 million would be a good key. So let's get into it. Let me show you what composition I'm running and how I'm going to tackle the clan boss. So this is the composition I'm going with. It's the Duchess with decreased defense and weakened block buffs coming from Umbra Enchantress because block buffs is OP in this rotation. Then we have 2 enemy max HP hitters and we have Ursaga. Ursiga's in there for the decreased attack and survivability. If you had a Krisk, if you had a Tuhanarak, she would go in straight into that position. I still want to change the masteries on my Royal Guard. So I can show you guys what kind of masteries are best for the Hydra clan boss for enemy max HP hitters, because they are slightly different. So these are my more dungeon masteries, I would say, for Fire Knight. But what I would use for I need the crit, okay. What I would use for Hydra is these masteries. I would take the crit rate because crit rate's better than the attack. Life Drink is a fantastic mastery for this because when they get below 5% HP and 50% HP, they're going to do enemy max HP and heal up to max. That's really important to take. You can take this mastery. It's good because there's no decay. This mastery actually works. Single out and just coming down this route and take all of these masteries. You don't really care for accuracy too much, so you just go this route into increase the healing. This does work with Life Drinker, so you can take this as well. Buffs cast, no. You want cycle of magic so you get back to your AoE. And then the last one, because mine's built in Immortal set, I kind of do get a benefit from Laura Stool. A little bit of HP, but it's better than everything else. So those are the masteries I would say, these are the masteries I would say the best masteries for Hydra. So let's get into a run. Let's see how much damage we can do. I normally average around about 10 to 12 million. I would like to get a lucky key in and get a strong start. So maybe like a 15 million key. I got resisted, so this early on into the fight, it's going to be such an RNG fest, and there are going to be a lot of backing out and trying again to make sure you get the perfect RNG to start with, because you want a strong start and then take it from there to get the most damage out of your key. So let's make sure we get the good start. Make sure we land our decreased defense and weaken. So this time we landed. We go with the Ursaga's decreased attack and decreased crit damage because that's the best thing to do. We have a weak hit. That's unfortunate. And then let's see. So Royal Guard can weak hit 2 heads and Husk can weak hit 1 head. So we got 2 out of 3 weak hits. It's not anything worth backing out for, I would say. 2 weak hits from the 2 enemy max HP hits. It's kind of okay. So with your A1s, you want to focus this head because this head gives you fear if you don't have a perfect veil on, and this head just misdirects you. And you don't really want to hit Wrath because if his counter goes up to 15, he does a big hit. So you want to stay away from all of the other heads and just target this head with your A1s. Unless you have perfect veil, then you can hit this head. So I'm not going to do ally protection because I don't really feel the need to use it just yet. So I'm just going to A2 and A1. So this is why I say you can always use a different decreased attack champion because that's the primary use of Ursaga. Obviously it's good for me because, you know, she's amazing, she gives you a lot of survivability, but you can use any decreased attack champion in Ursaga's spot. So he's got up to 10 counters. We still have to be really careful because there's a lot of things going on. There's this guy, Mischief, who's trying to steal your buffs. There's this guy's counter who's going to hit really hard when it gets up to 15. Then we have to check the veil to make sure we don't attack him without perfect veil on. And then we have the last head who's on a 6 or 5 turn cooldown. It's going to do Poison Cloud. So we have to make sure when this ability's up, we either have block buffs or burns out. So you kind of have to watch every single head. You can't allow any head to do anything funny. You have to make sure you're kind of staying on top of everything. That's probably what makes this rotation the hardest. because every head's a threat, especially if you don't have Krisk or if you don't have Tuhanarak, because they bring so much. It's kind of hard if you don't have those two champions. So we got the decreased attack. We are making sure we watch this guy's turn count, because we want to make sure we have decreased attack and crit damage on him before he gets to 15. So he's still got one more hit. So on the next hit, he actually took a turn before my Ursula, which is fine. So he killed my team. We didn't have decreased attack or crit damage, but we did have block buffs on him. If you don't have block buffs on him, he actually does more buffs. So you have to make sure he has block buffs too when he gets to turn 15 count. The good thing is he does so much damage that he kills your team. And he killed everybody on my team, everybody who was marked. The only unfortunate thing is it's gone to Duchess now. So we're going to have to be careful when Duchess gets eaten. But let's keep going. We'll do the decrease attack again. We've got True Fit, but that's okay. So we have Veil, not Perfect Veil. Ooh, there goes Husk again. If your champions die twice in a row, it's really bad, because you don't really have a revive to bring them back. Yeah, he stole my buffs, which is really bad for us, but we're gonna have block buffs on everybody else, so he won't be able to spread them. Landed block buffs, yeah. Husk dying is bad for damage. We have Perfect Veil, so we can do this. He tried to spread, but block buffs kind of stopped it from happening. We have Perfect Veil. I'm gonna do the ally protection because I don't really want to die. I don't want anybody dying. Actually, the revive on Duchess is close. So if anybody dies now, it's kind of okay, because we can just bring them back with Duchess. If you're in a position where you just must not die, then you land the ally protection. So here's the life drink and mastery going to kick in. Because we're about to do enemy max HP, he's going to heal up to max. So we have that. I'm just trying to see, because there's a mark on Duchess, I want to see if I want to hold my enemy max HP nuke. I probably should, but then I'll probably die. I'll take it. I'll take it and heal up. They do so much damage, especially if they get block buffs and you can't decrease attack. Yeah, this is a bad run. He stole our buffs. We couldn't keep block buffs on him, and now he's got Poison Cloud, I think it is. We have the revive, so we'll take it now. We can't decrease attack him, so we'll just decrease attack the others. The provoke is really bad. The provoke basically means he's just gonna get his nuke off on us. Do the veil. Duchess is about to get eaten. There she goes. And there's the counter. Yeah, this is looking like a really unfortunate run. Let's see if we can get our Duchess back. We have to decrease defense but no weaken, so we'll do this. So we got the Duchess back, which is good. Our Royal Guard just died, that's not good. Block buffs. Ally protection. I could just go ahead and do ally protection now. We've got 2 turns until the revive. We don't want anybody else dying. So the next one to go is Umbral Enchantress. When we lose Umbral, we lose block buffs. So it is really important that we make sure we get block buffs before she goes. But yeah, it's definitely an uphill battle against this many heads with so many threats. It's really hard to kind of really nail down a strategy or nail down these bosses. You don't really have any respite. There's no head that you can kind of take lightly. All of them are a huge pain in the backside. Okay, so we have the revive. I'm inclined to take the revive now. we take the revive, bring the Royal Guard back. We don't have perfect veil. Okay. That's unfortunate. It looks like we're not going to get block buffs. And our Umbro's going to go. Does look like a bad cycle for me. Let's just see what we can do. Ooh, Husk died again. I wonder why my Husk keeps dying over and over again. I'm not sure if he's the right Husk. Yeah, this is really bad. There's a block buffs there. We have perfect veil. We'll do the ally protection because we don't want to be dying over and over again. We did have the block buffs worked out. He tried to do his provoke, but we had block debuffs. So we just want an enemy max HP hit on this guy. Now there's poison cloud on 2 different heads. If our Umbro was here, he wouldn't have got his poison cloud. But we got Umbro back. We can't decrease attacking, which is the biggest problem. So we're gonna have to rely on the ally protection from Ursuga to kind of keep us alive between when he does his big hit. I'm not sure if Ursuga is going to be able to get back to her ability. Block buffs doesn't really do much for us here, I don't think. Yeah, we're going to have to save block buffs when these buffs fall off, especially Mischief's buff. So do this. We have perfect veil, we can just attack this guy. Poisons, perfect veil again. We have decreased defense and weaken, we can just go ahead and take it. Yeah, I just want to go ahead and take it. So the ally protection did keep us alive, but now, because we didn't have block buffs, he's got a bunch of scary buffs on him. We can go ahead and do block buffs now. I say block buffing now will be good. The problem is he's going to spread the continuous heal to this boss, so it's going to be bad for us. And we don't have decrease attack. Ally protection, yeah, we can go ahead and take ally protection. Oh, she took so much damage. It would be nice if you can kill one of these heads. It would be nice, but as you can see, we're not very close to killing these heads. And there goes my champions. And we have 2-turn revive. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Husk is the next one to get eaten. You see, like, most of my champions end up dying before they get eaten, and that's pretty good for us. We broken? Yeah, we broken the 10 million mark. But I don't think this will be the best key. Because there were a few things that went wrong. There were a few things that went right too, obviously. But there were a few things that went wrong in this run. We'll take the revive now. He's going to heal up a little bit if he gets a turn. He did. We don't have perfect veil, so we can't really do anything. I would like to kill a head. That would be nice. Just go ahead and take the block buffs. Okay. The provoke is bad. The provoke is really bad. If I could, I would watch out for when he has his cooldown and do block buffs at the right time. But because I need the veil to deal with this guy and I need block buffs to deal with this guy, maybe like a second block buffs will be good. Yeah, we kind of got smoked there. We did get hit really hard. I would have liked my Husk to die rather than my Royal Guard to die, but it'd be like that. Just do the decreased defense. So Husk is gonna go, and we don't really have a way to get him back. Our Royal Guard is probably not got his enemy max HP hit, so that might be it for Husk. That might be it for Husk. We do have a revive. We do take it. If we can get Husk back, this might be good for us. Okay, I need to make sure I'm paying attention. Okay. Hopefully this is enough. There's only decreased defense on, but we probably will be able to get Husk back. Oh wow. Okay, so we're getting up to that 13 million mark. Thinking whether I should take the burn or the decreased defense. I've already just done my enemy max HP, and I don't really know if Husk has got his or not. So we're just gonna do the burns and take the damage. Yeah, we've got 1 turn cooldown, so that's fine. This key's, you know, still going on. Our Duchess, the one time she got eaten, she got brought back. We need to do our decreased defense and weaken before she actually goes away. And we need our block buffs before this guy spreads. So if the buffs get spread, it'll probably be the run over. Alright. Okay, so we do get the decreased defense. We don't get the block buffs. We don't get the block buffs, and there's increased attack. We're probably going to wipe if we give them increased attack. The only way around it is if Mischief eats my champion. He did. Okay. We're getting some streamer luck right now. We are getting some streamer luck, and that is nice when that happens on a YouTube video. So let's just see how this goes. We got provoked. Ooh, and we've given them increased attack. This is not good. And we don't really have anything to hit. Yeah, Mischief is just gonna swallow my champion. This might be it. This might be it. This might be it. There goes whoever that was. So that was my decreased defense and weaken that just went. This probably is the end of the run. I don't think we're going to survive these hits if I take one more turn. A 14 million key for the one time. We could keep it as the YouTube exclusive key. Top Poison Cloud 2. Yeah, this is the point where you probably have to decide if you're happy with the key or do you want to reset your key. I do feel inclined to keeping the key, and as it is, I work on a second team. Oh, we didn't get that revive. We didn't get that revive. They've got so many buffs. At this point, it's just, if we don't get this revive, then I'll try a key again. But if we get the revive, we'll keep the key. We didn't get the revive. I think I'm gonna retry it. I'm gonna retry it a few times, and then if we do manage to land it, we'll try again. But yeah, that's the main idea of the team, is to, you know, get as much damage as you can. I don't want my Duchess dying. Just get as much damage as you can. It is an RNG fest. Some things went wrong, some things went right. 13 million would mean that I would need to average maybe 11.5 million for the next couple of runs, which is doable. Let's just take it. I want to take the key. I just take this key because it was our just one and only run, and we went through all of it. It just saves me from going back in and out. But yeah, Asuka did do a lot of good work in this team. I wouldn't say that, you know, she's just a normal decrease attack champion. She is fantastic. She is really, really good. Would I've wanted more damage? Yes, I probably would have gone for 15 million, but this is probably how much we're gonna get with a key. So 14 million, I'm happy with it. I'll take it. So Umbro should just die to someone. She gets one hit. We might as well just do the AoE because she's not going to get another hit. And she did unkillable too. So 14 million key. I did say averages between 10 to 12 million. I did run this team around about maybe at least like 20 or 30 times. And most of the times it was like slightly more than last key, but that's what I would generally say. This is the kind of team you're looking at if you're not doing the Krisk Tuhanarak team. This team for the block buffs. If you don't have a Krisk, you need a block buff in the team because Mischief, the decreased defense and weaken. Venus is good. You can use Umbro in this position. She's really good too. Duchess is amazing, but you can also use You can also use Ursula the Mourner. She's a good reviver and she has decreased attack. Royal Guard and Husk. As you can see, my Royal Guard did more damage than my Husk did. My Husk kept on dying over and over again. Maybe he was just getting unlucky crits from the Head of Torment and other heads, but he did take a lot of damage and he didn't end up. My Royal Guard did more damage than my Husk. And my Ursula, I would say Ursula was a lot stronger than I gave her credit for. I wasn't running her before, and then I looked at her kit and I was like, I do need a decreased attack. Let me just bring in Ursula. But Ursula did do a lot of work. There's a lot of times that where she just kept me alive between the big nuke. So I can show you the gears on these champions. As you can see, everybody in my clan, the really successful keys are with Krisk mainly, and then they have Tuhanarak in there too. This is a second key. This is a very strong key, 30 million. There's some other guys who did a few keys, but for the one key, I think this is pretty decent. This Krisk team maybe doesn't have Duchess, so it is kind of hard for him. But let's go look at the gears on these champions. So regen Ursula, high accuracy, high speed, because you do with Krisk, because you have the decreased attack on the passive, you can run him slow. But because Ursula needs to keep taking turns to keep her decreased attack up, you really do want good speed on her, good accuracy, and really high HP. Base HP is good and defense is good, so she's fantastic for this. Venus with the regen set with speed, she's really fast, 278, 84k HP and accuracy. Maybe I could have sacrificed 24k HP, get to the 60k HP mark. 60k is kind of the sweet spot you want to be in if you have decreased attack on your team. If you don't have a consistent decreased attack, I'll probably go for 80k plus. But if you do have a consistent decreased attack, I'd say 65, 70 is enough. So maybe I could have sacrificed it for resistance. We have the speed, and then we have Duchess in similar sort of build. Duchess needs to be the fastest on the team because she wants to do the veils over and over again. I did try to get the resistance on her because she doesn't need accuracy, so 281 speed, 81k HP, regen set speed with resistance. And then we have the Umbral. This is the Umbral that we were using, the 67k Umbral, 240 speed and 388 accuracy. Her base stats are kind of low, so it's hard to kind of make her quite tanky. So 65k plus is what we went with her. Her resistance is a little bit high. This resistance doesn't do anything. If you're gonna use resistance for Nightmare, you want to be 500 or above. And then we have the Husk, who is 241 speed, 68k HP, 231 crit damage, and 241 speed. You do want your enemy max HP nukers to be 240ish speed. 230 crit damage is basically where you want to be, and just HP, speed, crit rate, and crit damage is what you want on them. I build mine both with immortal sets, so they get a little bit more survivability. And this is the Royal Guard, 52k HP because of low base HP, 239 speed, 246 crit damage. Royal Guard's multipliers on his enemy max HP is higher, so you can go with slightly less crit damage on him and more survivability. However, this guy Husk has more HP. He is probably the best one to use. I do have 3 Husks and 3 Royal Guards, so in my second and third key I'm gonna use a combination of both of them. That's how I have my champions built. You guys let me know how you guys build your champions. If you're doing Nightmare, Brutal, if you're doing Hard, let me know what teams you run and how you're finding the content. But thanks for checking out the video. I'll catch you guys in the next video. In my second key, I'll probably be uploading that to YouTube as well to see if we can get the 3 key or if we get the 2 key. It's probably going to be 3 key. But yeah, I'm really happy with the result of the 14 million. So if you guys want to see my next key, drop a like to this video, sub to the channel so you guys are notified when that goes live, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Peace.